This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with Nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce Nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Not even at the land Exeter Fair! Now, 9 gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink, and a bear's weight grants good fortune. For this meat,
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it?
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men, quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton, not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me lady's after one of them.
Comes. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing some and more. Got mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in a simple market stall. MetaHuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right, and that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelpie. We've worked to do.
Hello there. I am Mr. Buttons, purveyor of cosmic curiosities and insatiable conversationalist. What brings you to this spectacular catwalk, my friend? Perhaps a yearning for the unknown.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is a cargo room, But not just any cargo room, oh no! It's a portal to possibilities, a stage for the unexpected, though a bit dusty if I am honest.
What does the button do?
The million-dollar question. What doesn't it do? It's a gateway to glory, a ticket to transformation, a symphony of, well, you get the idea. It does things.
What about those signs that say do not press button?
Signs, you say? Siegins. Mere suggestions from those who lack imagination. After all, rules are made to be gently nudged aside. Wouldn't you agree?
This feels pretty risky. We have a big audience here and even a live stream.
Risk? My dear friend, where is your sense of adventure? Think of the views, the followers. Besides, a little danger spices things up, don't you think? Why be normal?
No, we're going to get out of here. Let's go.
Leaving already? But the fun is just getting started. Think of the stories we could tell, the realms we could conquer. Or, you know, just press the stinking button.
Open the door, Mr. Buttons.
A door? Why bother with doors when there's a universe waiting to be unlocked with a single press? Come on, where is your sense of adventure? Push it. Push it, no.
Look, if I press the button, will anything bad happen to the audience?
Bad things. To the audience? Heavens, no. Unless you consider witnessing pure, unadulterated awesomeness a bad thing. Go on, give the people what they want.
All right, let's do it.
The audience, what will they think? What did you do? This is going to be good.
Hey everyone! Get ready to build bigger and create faster. Unreal Engine 5.6 is here. Create 60 FPS open worlds that run seamlessly on current generation hardware. Illuminate richly detailed environments with hardware ray tracing enhancements that boost lumen global illumination performance. Stream geometry faster for smoother loading of massive static worlds. Visually edit animations with an intuitive redesign of motion trails. Quickly and precisely fine-tune animation with revamped tween tools and a redesigned, optimized curve editor. For unmatched realism in your character animation, check out the new physics control rig. MetaHuman Creator is now embedded right in Unreal Engine, with new features for authoring high-fidelity faces, bodies, and clothing. We've redesigned the content browser for faster, smarter asset management workflows. Plus, get instant access to key tools right through the Viewport's toolbar. Preview PCG elements in real time using the new 3D Viewport. And enjoy smoother, more efficient GPU spawning at runtime. Discover more of what's new in Unreal Engine 5.6 on our website.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds, we want to preserve graphics quality, and of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry. So we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest. They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways. And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here. Lots of details. But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the main line as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Molds character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance. And the three biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry. And just to take a different example, in City Sample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed. We focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6, and mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the default package size. We also improve our workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser, on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution. So there you go. Unreal Engine 5.6 is all about performance, and it's available today. Please go enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team. Thank you.
Thank you, Julian. MetaHumans may only be a few years old, but we are seeing them everywhere, powering everything from games and AI agents to film, television, cultural heritage, and more. What you've seen so far is just the beginning. The creativity and innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer. I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of CineTracer, a previous tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using metahumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. MetaHuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters. And now, with the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, MetaHuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine. I think it's pretty cool, too. You can create and work with metahumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
MetaHuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage MetaHuman Cloud services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters, they all look better, it's frickin' fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. Metahumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, metahumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what people do with the new outfit system. And that actually brings us to our next announcement. Starting today, metahumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new MetaHuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios sharing and selling content there. I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled MetaHuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So, of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone. Well, today we are taking it to the next level with a focus on real-time animation. We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right character for the job.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect. Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing! I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening. Woo! And it's all thanks to MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds. Even the smallest expressions are beautifully articulated. Yeah. And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance is in all the happy accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things go, a little sideways.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Case in point, trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
Hey, Corey, come on out here. Corey Strasberger, everyone, the genius behind Blue and Xanadu. MetaHuman Animator now delivers high-fidelity facial animation from virtually any 2D video source in real time. Whether you're driving the performance of your favorite character or calling into keynotes from low Earth orbit, the sky is the limit when it comes to breathing life into your characters. And speaking of that, Corey was just driving Blue with a consumer webcam and markerless motion capture from the Captury.
Corey, let me be the first to congratulate you on Blue's VTuber debut right here at Unreal Fest. And by that, I mean that this is the first time we're seeing MetaHuman Blue puppeted live, and he looked incredible on the big screen. I know we've said this before a couple times, but I still can't believe that that level of facial quality is possible from a tiny consumer webcam. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. It is, man. It's all mind-blowing. And for me, doing everything sort of solo, being able to see my performance like instantly is literally at the core of my pipeline. So I've been waiting for this quality for a really long, long time. And Chris, thanks to an amazing collaboration with the MetaHuman team, Blue is finally pure MetaHuman. And so with all the other crazy stuff that you guys are elevating, I think Xanadu is about to level up in a big, big way. So thank you guys. You guys rock.
Awesome, man. It's been awesome. I'd like everyone to give a round of applause to Corey and Matt, and thanks for showing everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Matt.
The fan.
More and more momentum with mobile devs who are capitalizing on the increasing player demand for high performance and immersive mobile games. One team that's leading the way in UE5 mobile development is Infold Games, whose gorgeous game Infinity Nikki offers a unique blend of fashion and adventure. Please welcome Zhishuan Ding to the stage to tell you more.
Hi, everyone. First, I want to thank our friend at Epic for inviting me here today. As you can probably tell, I'm a little nervous being on stage in English. But I was even more nervous when I first joined in photo games to create Infinity Nikki, our most ambitious project yet. Let me share our story with you. Our journey began in 2012 with just 4 people. Here are the games released before starting Infinity Nikki in 2021, and we still update all of them today. These were mobile-only games focused on dress-up and interactive story gameplay. We could have stayed comfortably inside space, but we didn't want to. We want to create a life beyond amazing. That means crafting new experience no one has ever imagined. That means pushing far beyond current generation technology to deliver a game that not only looks stunning, but stay emotionally touching for years to come. That means Infinity Nikki, our first Unreal Engine 5 cross-platform game with over 20 million downloads at launch, largely driven by mobile. We began ideating during the pandemic. Infinity Nikki is about finding a peace in a cozy open world, bringing happiness to everyone. Dress Up is not just for style, it's a way to interact with the lively world, alone or with friends. From a technology view, our pillars should many impossible things at once. High-fidelity graphics that supports outfit customization, even in corporate mode, with over 1,000 outfit parts and more than 100 colors per character. A huge map full of fine details for deep beauty, perfect for close-up camera shots. And it must run smoothly on our platform for all players, big goals. We had never launched a cross-platform game before, but we promised our community, our partner, and Nikki that we will give it our all. Yes, it was crazy. Unreal Engine 5 is about making crazy idea real. We had a debate, even I hesitated. But with Unreal Engine 5, Infinity Nikki's vision come to life. Lumen gave us movie-quality lighting in real time. Open world tools like Word Partition help our team of over 1,000 people stay creative and work well together. Unreal Engine 5's new rendering help our team bring amazing visuals to mobile devices. Thanks to Epic support, we made it happen. Now let's take a look at the open world. We want to make a detailed, exciting world for players to explore. Our first map covers 400 square kilometers, with dense vegetation and a dynamic ecosystem. We had to make sure memory and performance were never compromised, especially on mobile. Unreal Engine let us build a cross-platform GPU rendering system. With smart GPU culling and a level of detail control, dual-core and triangle stay in budget on all devices. You may wonder why we put so much care into these details. I want to share a fan story that shows what Unreal Engine 5 means for our players, beyond outfits and open world. This is a true story from our fan, Xin Shiqiao.
My mom and I play Infinity Nikki differently. She reads every item description, smiles when Nikki jumps, and changes into a pretty blue outfit. It does not matter if she finishes the platforming. When I was finally able to take her on a long-distance trip, she spent hours picking dresses and took many photos, even of a small flower by the road. Now I understand. My mom loves every small moment. We play Infinity Nikki in different ways, but we love each other the same.
We hope you enjoyed this story. We hope you find the omen of the world's beauty in Infinity Nikki, the coziest open world game for everyone. Thank you for your time, and have an amazing Unreal Fest.
Please welcome Ken Kim, CEO of Netmarble Monster, to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Excited to be here today. I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest. Let me introduce Mongil Star. Mongil Star is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Mongil in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongil by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters and monsters. To achieve this, we chose Unreal Engine 5 which allowed us to capture even the most subtle emotional expressions of the characters, making the world of Stardive truly come alive. This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a whole new gameplay experience by giving each and every character a deep narrative and its own unique control system. That means every time you change characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game. And this transforms Stardive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure. Moreover, the monsters in Stardive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to craft weapons or used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and connection to the game. Each monster is a living, growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful, dynamic relationship. The Epic Games Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with players around the world. And we are happy to announce that Mongil Star will be exclusively on the Epic Games Store for PC. Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.